So I've had a few requests from my last video about my in-game settings, so I'll be showing you guys my in-game sensitivity and also my custom button assignments. So once you're in the game, you want to head to options, controls, and copy it exactly as you see on screen. I actually had the sensitivity on 70 for the longest time, but I found 90 was the best for like turning and reacting to situations. 35, 35, 35 all the way down. Advanced controls, turn off aim assist. In a dead zone maxed out, out stancer maxed out. Now it's important you copy ramp up 2.25, both the same. Aim acceleration, dead zone turn all the way down. Aim down to 1 and zoom exponent 1.1. If we go and test this now in shooting range, you can see how fast my sensors. Now it does seem fast, but it is the best settings for shootouts and encounters. For reacting to getting shot at or being able to try and turn quick. And you can see my ADS sense. It's like perfect sense for tracking at any range. So now I'll be showing my custom button assignments for my controller. This will change some of the controller button layouts. This will be the same for PS4 and PS5. Just head to console settings, then accessibility. Now head to controllers. Click on controllers to custom button assignments. After you click on custom button assignments, it should bring you to this page with the enable custom button assignments ticked off. You want to go ahead and tick that on. Then you click on custom button assignments. It should bring you to a page like this with the controller button map layout. Now we'll be showing step by step what to change. First you want to change R1 to circle. Then you change X to L1. So this part is slightly tricky. I've actually got some buttons overlapping slightly. You'll see why. You want to change your up and D-pad to L1. So once you've gone ahead and changed the up and D-pad to L1, this should be what it looks like as your final product. You have your circle to R1, you have your X to L1, but then you have your up and D-pad to L1. And the reason for that is because you're using the up and D-pad for consumables in-game. Otherwise, if we didn't change it, we would have to use X to L1, which would mean we're using X for consumables, which is very hard to use. Alright, so we're back in the game now. We're using my custom button assignments. Now the main whole reason for using this, for changing the buttons in the first place, is so that we can aim at the same time. Because we're able to jump and crouch whilst we're aiming. Rather, if we didn't have any custom button assignments, I'd have to be taking my thumb off the joystick to press X and circle to try and jump and crouch. And that can be a big problem in a firefight. But the only problem that we have with these settings is that they are quite confusing and hard to get used to. For example, it took me at least a week. So I think the best way to warm up to these settings is just do a lot of shootouts. For example, if you look at Freaker, he uses L2 to jump with. So, you know, a lot of veteran experienced players who are good at the game, they will use somewhat similar settings to what I have. So I would suggest, you know, not changing these settings, but just getting used to them and using these settings because they are the best.